Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am Vina Pramudiawan with NIM 632402213. Here I will present the assignment for meeting 6, namely project 1 mid-semester exam with two topics that I have chosen, namely topic 1 about computer and topic 2 about hardware. Let's go straight to the discussion of topic 1 about computer. Introduction of computer. The term computer is derived from the word compute. A computer is an electronic device that takes data and instruction as input from the user, processes data, and provides useful information known as output. The cycle of operation of a computer is known as the input, process, output cycle. Next slide. Computer functions. Computer functions are divided into 5, namely 1. Data processing means that computers can process large amounts of data and produce accurate and fast information. 2. Communication means that with the internet, computers allow us to connect with anyone around the world. 3. Data storage means that computers can store large amounts of data cheaply and easily accessed. 4. Graphics and multimedia processing means that computers allow the creation of multimedia content such as graphic design, video, and animation. 5. Modeling and simulation means that computers are used to simulate scenarios in various fields such as science and engineering that are difficult or dangerous if done in the real world. Next slide. Classification of computer. Computers are classified into several categories depending on their computing ability and processing speed. These include A. Microcomputer, B. Mini computer, C. Mainframe computer, and D. Supercomputer. Next slide. A. Microcomputer. The term microcomputer is generally synonymous with personal computer or a computer that depends on a microprocessor. Microcomputers are designed to be used by individuals, whether in the form of PC, workstations, or notebook computers. A microcomputer contains a CPU on a microchip, a memory system, typically ROM and RAM, a bus system, and input or output ports, typically housed in a motherboard. Next slide. B. Mini computer. Mini computer is a medium-sized computer that is more powerful than the microcomputer. An important distinction between the microcomputer and a mini computer is that a mini computer is usually designed to serve multiple users simultaneously. A system that supports multiple users is called a multi-terminal time-setting system. Mini computers are the popular computing systems among research and business organizations today. They are more expensive than microcomputer. Next slide. C. Mainframe computer. Mainframe computer is large computers designed to process large amounts of data and support the operations of organizations such as corporations, hospitals, and railroads. Mainframe computers are usually located in a central location, are larger and more expensive than ordinary workstation computers, and can be connected to multiple user terminals that serve access stations. Next slide. The supercomputer. Supercomputer is the most powerful and expensive computers available. Supercomputers are primarily used for complex scientific applications which need a higher level of processing. Some of these applications include weather forecasting, climate research, molecular modeling used for chemical compounds, airplane simulation, and nuclear fusion research. Next slide. Usage of computer. Computer is the best companion of our daily life. It helps you stay connected and organized through various functions, including the following. Media server. Media server provides seamless streaming of movies, music, and photos across our home or office. Online banking. Online banking offers the convenience of managing finance securely from anywhere at any time. Gaming. Gaming provides entertainment and social interaction, fostering strategic thinking and teamwork. Social networking. Social networking connects people worldwide, building communities and facilitating communication. Knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing platforms promote learning and collaboration, accelerating innovation. Next slide. My explanation about topic 1 computer is complete. Thank you. Let's go straight to the discussion of topic 2 about hardware. What is hardware? Hardware is any device or component of a computer that is visible to the naked eye and can be seen directly. Usually, hardware is seen as a form of output from each process of the computer's operating system. Function of hardware. In general, the function of hardware is to support computer work, display or receive process input, process data or information, provide output, and store data or information installed inside or outside the computer. Next slide. Hardware components. Hardware is divided into 5 groups. 1. Hardware input device. 2. Hardware process device. 3. Hardware output device. 4. Hardware storage device. 5. Hardware peripheral device. Next slide. 1. Hardware input device. Hardware input device are electronic devices connected to a computer system which function to input data to be processed by the computer. For example, keyboard, mouse, scanner. Keyboard. This device functions to help users enter symbols, numbers into the computer. Its shape is like a board and there are various letter, number, and symbol buttons. Mouse, a device that functions to move the cursor on the computer screen and make it easier to select menus on the computer. Scanner, this hardware plays a role in converting hard copy documents into soft copies. This hardware is very important for archiving documents that have been stamped and signed. Next slide. 2. Hardware processing device. Hardware processing device are the brain of a computer system because the processing and controlling of the entire computer system is done here. For example, CPU, VGA, memory. CPU, Central Processing Unit, is the brain of the computer that controls all work process on the computer from instructions, processing to producing output. VGA, Video Graphics Adapter, is hardware that functions to process or process graphics data, and the results of the process are displayed on the computer monitor screen. Memory is the part used to accommodate instructions that will and have been processed by the CPU before being sent to other parts. Memory is divided into two parts, namely 1. ROM, read-only memory. Its nature is non-volatile. Its contents are not lost even if the computer's power is turned off. 2. RAM, random access memory. Its nature is volatile. Data storage in RAM will be lost if the device power is turned off or restart. Next slide. 3. Hardware output device. Hardware output device is a tool that functions to output processing results from the CPU. For example, monitor, printer, LCD projector. Monitor functions to display the output from the computer in visual form such as text, images, and videos. Printer functions to print all kinds of documents needed. LCD projector functions to help display images or videos from the computer to the LCD screen, so various presentations can be delivered more clearly. Next slide. 4. Hardware storage device. Hardware storage device is a place to store data, instructions, and information for future needs. For example, hard disk, flash disk, floppy disk, optical disk. Hard disk functions to store data or information on a computer with a large capacity. Flash disk functions as a tool for storing data from a computer and has a USB connector to connect it to a computer or other media. Floppy disk function as a portable data storage medium used to store and transfer computer data. Optical disk function as a storage medium that can be written or read by laser light, such as compact disc, CD, and digital versatile disc, DVD. Next slide. 5. Hardware peripheral device. Hardware peripheral device is external or internal pieces of computer hardware that are connected to a computer to enhance its functionality or provide input or output capabilities. For example, modem. Modem functions as a link between a device and an internet service provider, ISP, which allows it to receive and send digital data over a network and can convert digital signals into analog signals. Next slide. Well, that's my presentation about topic 1 and topic 2. For those who have listened and paid attention from beginning to end, hopefully it is useful and can be understood. That's all. Thank you and see you. Bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.